gonna go in with a YouTube video. It's your boy Riot G, and today we're gonna react to why John Cena's US Open Challenge was his best run ever. Let's get right into the video.
There's DIY.
Producers who work hard.
Alright, let's restart the video.
Shoot an open challenge. So with any warm body, come get some.
John Cena has had so many great runs in his career, but in my opinion, his US Open Challenge was his best. Cena completely changed the perception of the he can't wrestle chance. This guy was pulling out so many moves and had mid-carders looking like main eventers. Cena took the US title and made it a symbol of excellence. Cena made Raw so much better with his Open Challenge.
He definitely did that because, him challenging people every week for the US title, like putting his title on the line, and then successfully retaining it, so it's just
Challenges. But birds of production, how did it happen? Well, let's take a look back. At the 2015 Royal Rumble, John Cena had an interview, then the US champion Rusev would interrupt him and they would just be face to face. At this time, Rusev was a machine and he was undefeated and nobody could stop him. On the SmackDown after the Rumble, Cena and Rusev had a promo and Cena would just kill him on the mic. Cena's mic skills are so underrated, but this would set up a match at Fastlane for the title. On the Raw before Fastlane, Cena would cut a promo, but Rusev would interrupt
I definitely remember this rivalry because I remember Rusev had beat him once.
and said that he would destroy Cena. Cena would just straight mollywop and beat the hell out of Rusev. At Fastlane, Rusev would make Cena pass out with the accolade, and I remember watching this as a kid and I thought Cena was dead. But this reminds me of Rocky IV when Drago beat Apollo Creed. If he dies, he dies. The next night on Raw, Cena would come out and address everything, but Rusev said that he broke John.
I like Rocky. Should I check out Rocky? Like some scenes, or should I do a movie reaction to Rocky? Y'all let me know. I know that's kind of off topic, but and also, do you guys think this is his best run ever? I mean, it's definitely one of his best runs. I don't know about his best, but and what is his best attire colors? John Cena, what's his best attire colors? Let me know in the comments.
Cena,
I'm gonna stop talking. We're gonna watch the video.
and he wants him to admit that he's better than him. John Cena said that he would bring the US title back to the US and challenge Rusev at Mania, but Rusev said that he doesn't deserve it to end the promo. On March 16th, Cena had a contract signing and Rusev came out with some dude. The commentary team was going through it. This dude said if Rusev can read his note without any interruptions, the match would be official. Rusev would just go on to diss America and everything, but Rusev would sign the contract to end the promo. At Mania 31, they had the match, but I can't lie, Rusev's entrance was so dope, not gonna lie. But Cena and Rusev put on an amazing match. John Cena hit so many moves that I could never see him doing, but Cena hit Rusev with an attitude adjustment to win the match and to give Rusev his first loss, and win the US title to start this legendary run. The next night,
So he beat Rusev to win the US title, and then I think he dropped the title to Alberto.
Cena would start his Open Challenge, and Dean Ambrose would be the first to answer. These matches were so good. They would both hit crazy moves, but Cena hit an AA to win his first Open Challenge. On SmackDown, Cena would say this title is a beacon of opportunity and would face anyone. Then, Rusev would come out and said that he didn't lose at Mania, and he challenged Cena at Extreme Rules. But Cena would pull down an American flag to end the promo. On Raw, Cena had another Open Challenge match versus Stardust, aka Cody Rhodes. I don't know why he agreed to do this. This killed his aura. But it was another amazing match, which Cena won. I just gotta say, I love this run a lot because this was prime WWE for me, and Cena was my favorite, and every kid loved John Cena. But this made me watch Raw every week. The next week, his next Open Challenge would be against Bad News Barrett. Barrett was so tough. I remember I went to a Raw and he started dissing Cleveland. But Cena almost lost. But Cena had an AA to win again. After the match,
I think I saw Barry live. It was like SmackDown. It was when he was having his rivalry with like Randy Orton. It was like 2011 or 12.
Rusev would attack Cena, and the match would be official for Extreme Rules. The next week, Kane would be next, and Cena had an AA to win again. Later in the show, Cena had an interview, and Rusev would attack him and put him in an accolade with a chain. On SmackDown, Rusev and Lana would come out, and they dissed John Cena, and then had a match against the big guy, aka the GOAT, Ryback. Just a tip for you guys, don't ask for a picture when he's giving food. He doesn't like that. But the match would end in a DQ, and then Rusev put him in an accolade with a chain. At Extreme Rules, they had a Russian chain match, and it was a pretty good match. Rusev hit 3 corners, then Cena hit an AA, Cena hit another one, and then hit the corner to retain the US title. The next night on Raw, Heath Slater would come out to face Cena. Then Rusev came out and boom, Seth. That was like an NFL hit, and Rusev challenged Cena to an I Quit match at Payback. On May 4th, Cena started the US Open Challenge. Then Bret Hart came out and brought out.
Wait, was it? No. Because I remember. Is this the one where Sami Zayn?
My boy Heath Slater!
Yeah, Heath Slater wanted a shot at Cena. Then Bret Hart pimp slapped Heath. But Bret would bring out.
Let's give it up for Sami Zayn!
What an incredible moment! And what an...
Sami Zayn making his debut against Cena. But true story, Sami popped a shoulder during his entrance. I wasn't a big NXT watcher, but I knew this guy was
I don't even think I knew that he popped his shoulder during his entrance.
crazy talented. But Cena and Sami put on an amazing match, and this is why I love the open challenges. It gave so many new people a chance, but Cena hit an attitude adjustment to win again. After the match, they would shake hands and show respect. The next week, Cena opened the challenge, and Neville was the next man up. This guy was so good. But another great match, but Rusev came out and attacked Cena before the pay-per-view. On SmackDown, Rusev made Lana read a statement and put a doctored video of Cena saying he quits to end the promo. Cena before the match would say tomorrow on Raw he will issue an open challenge. Cena and Rusev had a pretty good match, but Lana would quit for Rusev.
They had another match at the pay-per-view, so their rivalry kept going.
And Cena would retain the title. After the match, Rusev would yell at Lana and throw a fit. The next night on Raw, Rusev would blame Lana for the loss and said that he didn't quit. Then Lana came out and said Rusev was saying he quit.
You were screaming in Bulgarian, I quit!
You are a liar!
Yeah, Rusev was not having that, but I'm gonna let y'all be the judge. But later that night, Cena opened his challenge and Kevin Owens made his debut. Kevin was
See, I remember this. Because I know Kevin Owens, this is when I think he had beat him at the pay-per-view. This was like the first time he'd ever beaten him.
such a dog at NXT, honestly. But Cena gave so many young people chances, and I honestly respect that. But KO hit Cena with a pop-up powerbomb, and I don't know why he stopped doing that move. But KO would hold up the US title. The next week, Cena would open the challenge, and Zack Ryder would be next. Cena hit an AA to win, but after the match, KO came out and attacked him again. At the Elimination Chamber, KO and Cena finally had their match, and it was amazing. Crazy moves on both sides, but KO hit a pop-up powerbomb to actually beat John Cena in his first WWE match. The next night on Raw, KO would come out and cut a promo, and honestly, Kevin Owens is seriously underrated on the mic. KO said his
NXT title will always be... It's probably like my favorite NXT title, because it's just like, I don't know.
kid liked Cena more than him. I'm dead. But Cena would come out and set up a match against KO at Money in the Bank. The next week, KO would interrupt Cena's open challenge, and KO would do an NXT open challenge, and Neville would come out. And KO would go on the win. At Money in the Bank, they had the match, and Cena would go on the win. But after the match, KO would attack Cena. The next night on Raw, KO would address the attack and said Cena isn't there. He challenged Cena to a match at Battleground, but for the US title. KO would do another open challenge,
Yeah, I remember this rivalry.
and Ziggler would accept. KO would go on the win, but he would powerbomb MGK off the stage.
I remember this too.
This is probably the best thing I've ever seen. The next week, Cena would try to do an open challenge, but Kevin Owens interrupted him again, and this would lead to a triple threat match with the winner facing Cena. Later that night, Cena would face Cesaro in an amazing match, but Kevin Owens interrupted him, ending the match in a DQ. The next week, Cena faced Cesaro again in another good match, which John Cena won. The next week, Cesaro, KO, and Rusev would be in a triple threat to face Cena, and Rusev would go on the win. Later that night, Rusev would face Cena, and Kevin Owens would interfere to end the match. On July 19th at Battleground, Kevin Owens and Cena had another good match, but Cena made Kevin Owens tap out to retain the US title again. On July 20th, Seth Rollins would cut a
Well, you know what this was. This is... No, I don't... Is this the time when Seth took the title from him, or is this when Alberto? Nah, it must have been another time. Because I remember that Seth Rollins had beaten John Cena at SummerSlam due to interference. And he had the WWE Championship, and then he beat John for the U.S.
promo, then John Cena would come out, and I just want to say I always wanted that Cena US shirt, but Seth ran away to end the promo. And I just want to say, when Seth Rollins turned heel, I hated him, but honestly, 2014 to 2016, he really did his part as a heel. And let me know if y'all want to see a Seth Rollins video, because I was
Yeah, because Seth Rollins, like, he was definitely a really good heel around that time.
watching some old segments. Yo, this dude was hilarious. But the next week, the Authority would start the show off. And to be honest, if you were a kid, you hated the Authority, I swear to God. And bro, one time in middle school, me and Naj were sitting by some
Like I say, he was a really good heel. Yeah, I never liked the Authority either.
lockers, and we were talking about how the Authority was making John Cena's life hell. And some kid came up on us and talking about, oh, how much I love the Authority. Bro, you could just tell that kid didn't have a life. And I'm pretty sure he was a teacher's pet. I don't know. My fault for my rambling. But Cena called Seth a joke and asked Triple H for a match for the WWE title. And, well,
The Undisputed Future. Y'all see the shirt, right?
but Cena called Seth a joke and asked Triple H for a
The Undisputed Future. That shirt is kind of fire, though. Like, what's your favorite WWE merchandise? It can be present. It can be past. Can't say future because we don't know the merch.
match for the WWE title. And, well, this was his answer.
I think we need to put it to the people. Do you want to see Jen for the first time ever? No!
God, I hated these pricks. They ruined my Mondays. But Triple H had another idea. It would be Seth Rollins versus John Cena for the US title. To end the show, they had the match, and this was the match where Seth broke
Yeah, he broke his nose. I remember this.
Cena's nose, but they had a great match. Cena made Seth tap to retain the US title. On August 10th, Seth had a promo calling out Cena at
Yeah, and he was making fun of his broken nose. Someone was making fun of his nose.
SummerSlam. Seth said John was here via satellite, and Seth would just go on to violate my GOAT. This was
Told you, Grimby's making fun of his nose. I remember this. This was like to open up the show too.
crazy. But the next week, they would have a contract signing, and the match would be title for title. Then Cena came out, but the orange shirt was so underrated. Cena would just kill Seth on the mic, but Cena said Seth would just be a trivia question, and Cena would sign the contract to end the promo. At SummerSlam, they had the match, and it was amazing, and Seth's attire was so goated, the white and gold.
This is the match I was talking about.
But they both had crazy moves, and I don't know why, but Jon Stewart came out and hit John Cena with a chair, and Seth had a pedigree to win both titles. The US title was so clean I miss it, but the next night on Raw, Stewart came out and said why he did what he did. Stewart said he couldn't let Cena tie
Cena gave him a.
Ric Flair had 16 world titles. Then Ric Flair came out. What is going on? Flair said he wanted John Cena to win. Then Cena came out, hit Stewart with an attitude adjustment to end the promo. So after this, Seth would go on the feud with Sting, and honestly, they had some crazy segments.
I remember that. I think that was like, it was like the cover of the game, right? I think this was like the cover of the game. Yeah.
The one I remember the most is I remember I was watching Raw as a kid, and I remember the statue. Man, that promo was so good. I think he like doing it in like a trash bin or something. Like, I don't know.
Sting came back. Do you guys think they should have booked Sting's like return or debut back like in the company? You think they should have did it a different way? Like, should he had faced Seth? I mean, not Seth. Should he had faced Triple H? Or should he had faced Undertaker? Because that's what people wanted to see. Or, you know, Sting, should he had beaten Triple H? Yeah, I don't know.
But who in the hell is building a statue for Seth Rollins in 2015? But on August 31st, Cena and Seth had a promo, and Cena would cash in his rematch clause at Night of Champions, and Stephanie would agree with Cena to end the promo. So Seth had to defend both belts in one night, but on September 7th, Cena and the Primetime Players would go on to face Seth in the New Day, and Cena had an attitude adjustment to win the match. And Cena did the dance. So much aura. But the next week, Cena had a match for Sheamus, and Cena hit an AA to win. To end the show, Cena and Sting faced Seth in the Big Show, and Sting made Seth tap to win the match. At Night of Champions, Seth and Cena put on another great match, more crazy moves, but Cena hit an attitude adjustment to win the US title again. But I gotta give
He won it back? I didn't even pay attention to that.
credit to Seth. He wrestled back-to-back matches, It was crazy.
Okay, so I might be right. This is when, because I know Alberto had took the title off of John Cena.
The next night on Raw, Cena and Seth had a rematch for the title, and Cena hit an AA to retain the title again. The next week, Cena and the Dudley Boys would go on to face the New Day. Kofi hit a Trouble in Paradise to win the match. Later that night, Cena had a US Open challenge, and the New Day came out. They had a little team huddle, and Xavier Woods would accept. They would have an okay match, but Kofi and Big E attacked Cena. At a WWE Live event, Cena would face Seth again for the US title in a steel cage match. And I just gotta say, Cena and Seth had so many great matches together and is an underrated Cena feud. Seth would be at top of the cage and Kane came out. Cena would hit an attitude adjustment to retain the US title again.
Man, Cena beat Seth Rollins like 4 times.
On October 5th, Cena had another open challenge and Dolph Ziggler's music would play,
Seth only beat him like once or twice.
but didn't come out. Then the New Day came out with a beating Ziggler, and Big E would accept Cena's open challenge. They would go on to have an okay match, but Cena had an attitude adjustment to win. But they attacked Cena after the match, but Ziggler would come out to help Cena, then the Dudley Boys came out to help, and the New Day ended the promo on top. The next week, Cena and Ziggler had a match, and it was good. Ziggler was so underrated, I swear to God. But Cena hit an AA to retain once again. Man, Cena need to stop doing the AA. You know what, someone let me know in the comment section below how many times I said AA this whole video, and I'll pin your comment. The next week, there would be another tag match with Cena and the Dudley Boys and the New Day, and the New Day would go on to cheat to win. Then, Cena and the Dudley Boys would go on to attack Xavier after the match. But Hell in a Cell, Cena would have another open challenge. Then, Zeb Coulter came out.
This is the match I was saying. Alberto Del Rio comes back.
Oh, not gonna lie, Zeb is one of those crazy redneck uncles that you don't want to see at Thanksgiving because you know he's gonna talk about politics. But be honest, who do you think Zeb Coulter voted for? But Zeb Coulter would bring out,
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Alberto Del Rio! Alberto Del Rio, he's...
And then he was literally against Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger. Then he comes back with Zeb Coulter.
yes, Alberto Del Rio, the dude that got carried by cars and his ring announcer. Hey, y'all don't know about Ricardo Rodriguez. I just remember when he ran over Cena, and I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah, I remember that. And what was that? Mick Foley under that costume?
I never forgave him for that. And he tried to be backstage and try and give a reason why he did it. Do it for Cena. Hey, y'all don't know about that. But Del Rio would go on to beat Cena to end this legendary run. You don't even know how mad I was. But what did Zeb Coulter and Del Rio even do together? But the last thing I had to bring up is sometime in like 2016 on SmackDown, R-Truth had a US Open challenge because John Cena was his idol. He opened the challenge, then Lacey Evans came out. She did a quick little spin. I don't know why she came out, but she went back to the back. Then Samoa Joe, Andrade, and Rey Mysterio came out to end the promo. Hey, I guess they wanted that title shot. Man, that's pretty cool.
Samoa Joe should have won the what's the name? The Universal Championship. That was the time he was in the company. Around that time, he was fighting for the championship. He should have.
They did that segment. But yeah, y'all, that's the video. I hope y'all enjoyed.
Alright, that was why John Cena's US challenge. Okay, hold on. That was why John Cena's US Open challenge was his best run ever. You guys tell me what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. I got more videos coming. Stay tuned. Subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, Uriah